Hello everyone, my name is Anjanata and today I'll be talking about drug addiction for my media speech. So, for drug addiction, I feel like it is a way for help because you're dealing with something and don't want to tell others. So, to marijuana, it is a way to go through life not having to deal with any problems around you, but through this leads to anxiety and depression and really dark thoughts to think about. Hard to be in the real life and deal with paying for your rent, making it to work on time. So those are just suggestions like how you're supposed to get through life being either high and how you're supposed to focus on reality when you want to run away from those problems, right? Kids nowadays are all hooked on drugs from looking at what they grew up with and what is it around them. I guess like if your parents do it, it's like you're expected for your kids to do it when they're older because you're doing it now, and how it's really setting um, an example for what your child's going to be in the future. From looking at what they grew up with, they think it's cool that people are doing it, so why not they do it too? It's like, oh, if you jump off a bridge, would you come with me? Like, I just don't get it, what people think. Some people can lead to health problems, like in the future, if you continue with drugs or whatever you're doing, and you feel like, oh, this is what you want to do for the rest of your life, then that's your choice. But these are ways to solve it and get past it, to get through it. And it would be more hard for you to deal with this in life with actual pain instead of just mentally and trying to get rid of that mental stage. Who is affected by it? Everyone's affected by it. You, your parents, your family, your friends. And even if you go to school, everyone that you know at school knows what's wrong with you or that you need help or is just there for you, I guess. Even with work buddies too, also. But every night, because it leads to addiction, you want to continue. So once you start, you can't stop, or it's really hard to stop. So it depends on if you're doing it a couple of times a week, it's going to lead to everyday thing, and it's just trying to not do drugs to fix your problems, really. How it is, people get on drugs from pain or going through something, don't want anyone to know how they are feeling, and it is blowing up on media nowadays, and even ODs are happening, even uh, smoking and driving. Like, you just got to be careful. If you want to do it, then do it, but other than that, it's like, try not to get addicted to it because it could lead to death with serious problems if you're trying to do it on a daily. Like, it's not healthy for anyone to do on a daily. That's why everyone is trying to deal with life different. I get that. I'm trying to help those people that I see on videos or even celebrities get through it because it's life and you only get one shot. So don't blow it on. And this is a waste of money too, also. Like, you're spending a shit ton of money on drugs, but you're trying to work through it because you're trying to pay for rent or trying to put food on the table for your kids or whoever, right? So, having to trap it, there are ways of working around it to overcome it. And even though it's hard and really hard for some that have to need it every day, but think about something else, or when you are down, go to someone that is close to you and can talk to. If you don't, then reaching out to find help is always a way to go, instead of just keeping it inside you. But you have to ask. You can't just assume that people are going to ask you, because then you are trapped. You don't know how to get past it, and this is you for the rest of your life, right? Will be a part of you, and it's hard. For me, it's hard to see my best friend that I grew up with is addicted to drugs and having to try and help him, but he doesn't want it, and it's just life, and it's hard to look at that when someone needs help because they're dealing with something. And now, changing the way to live life for you, it's like you can do drugs, but at the end of the day, it's like it's not good for you. It only goes downhill after drugs. That's all I'm saying. Drugs can help you in ways that no one else does, I get that, but at the end of the day, without drugs, you can have a better life too. You don't need drugs to have a better life. There's ways to move past it. It's not bad at all. And on the hard days, you can always live a new day, talk to someone, or just push through it. And you will get there one day, I promise. Alright? Well, thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you've enjoyed it.